This is Barbara Reese reporting for This Week in East Brunswick. We're here at the Municipal Center at the courtroom as our East Brunswick High School students present their redevelopment plans as part of a groundbreaking real estate class.
Yeah, so this is a part of the IPLE class. It's the Institute for Political and Legal Education. And we adopted this UrbanPlan module from the Urban Land Institute about 5 weeks ago. I've been approached by Mike Lax, who's a member of the organization, who said this was a great program and a great opportunity for the students to learn about real estate development and economics and local government and how those different forces interact. And so the kids started working 4 weeks ago after we did some training, and here's the final product.
So I think it's important to inform you of how we arrived, the small details of the model, and how we got there. First, if I may direct attention to page 6 of the model, the first 2 rows are podium apartments and townhouses. And the percent affordability states how many units of those housing are available at affordable market rates. Now, initially we had that at the state minimum of 10%, but we realized that Elmwood being inclusive also refers to being inclusive of people with different income status. So we increased both to 15%, and that made Elmwood more inclusive at the cost of barely any city profit. Our developer profit went down, so in the end it was a win-win for everybody except us, and we're okay with that.
We are a global nonprofit. We've got about 40,000 members worldwide, and it's a multidisciplinary commercial real estate education think tank, if you will. We stress education and best practices, and rolling out a program like this is certainly in line with our mission to educate our youth and have them become good citizens.
Well, I am co-chair of the Urban Land Institute's Northern New Jersey chapter, which is an organization that promotes real estate. It's an international organization, and part of the charter of the organization is to help promote education. And Urban Land Institute came up with this class about 10 years ago. It's been an incredible success across the country, and we wanted to bring it to New Jersey for the first time because it's never been done here. And we thought it was a perfect fit with the IPLE civics program that they had at the school already.
Well, I think we're just ecstatic to be the first high school to bring this and to use that. And today, in watching the kids in the classroom and now in their final presentations, I'm just so proud of the kids, all their accomplishment. It truly exemplifies what East Brunswick Public Schools and East Brunswick High School is all about, a great project-based learning with practical application. When we talk about college and career readiness, this is great stuff and life skills that they can take on for a long time.
Well, the great thing about it is that because they've been trained to do this all year by their teacher, Mark Mondry, the students get really used to thinking on their feet. And that's something that I've seen in their in many classrooms throughout East Brunswick in different departments. That's one thing that I think the high school does really, really well, is teaching those kids to think on their feet. And this project exemplifies that, because not only do they have to think on their feet for each other and for their teacher, but then outside facilitators come in and kind of turn up the heat a little bit and make sure that they can really hold their own. And they really do. They really perform really well. And it's great to see them start a project like this, and to see it come to this is really rewarding.
This was absolutely immediately practical, and they were a opportunity for the kids to not only learn about redevelopment in a way in which they worked with models and were able to make mock presentations, but it was absolutely relevant to what we're doing right here in our own town. And anytime you could take a subject and make it immediately applicable, it sticks in the head much longer. And I think that the kids were just thrilled that they saw not only that what they were learning was great and interesting and fun, but it was practical.
Every team had a different approach to the redevelopment of this town, that the model town that we were looking at, and to see them all come up with different ideas that are all very similar really relates to what we're doing here in East Brunswick, because everybody's got very different ideas, but at the end of the day, when you look at the financial feasibility and all the other parts and pieces that have to be involved, it kind of translates back to a very similar model in everyone's idea. So it's tremendous to see the involvement of the kids and how they approached it and where they ended up coming to.
And again, we were all really great. It was really hard to make a decision on who was better than anyone else. But the team that won on this first crack at the program for the UrbanPlan Institute was Mars Redevelopment.
So congratulations on this exciting win. How was it being here today at this event?
So it was a little nerve-wracking at first. I mean, like before we presented, I was getting kind of nervous presenting, but when I got up there, I started feeling a little better, and I started seeing how successful our plan was and how our plan really came together and how it was a really beneficial plan for that make-believe town we were trying to redevelop.
IPLE as a whole is really great because it advances your civic understanding, and that's a really big, important role as you become an adult, to understand your role in your own community. But especially UrbanPlan, it taught us so much. We knew nothing about the market or about real estate, and now we know so much, and it's just such a great opportunity. And it's really built our public speaking and our teamwork and just our creativity.
I learned a lot more from taking IPLE and especially UrbanPlan because I got to realize a lot of things about our town itself, East Brunswick, and effective solutions to fix some of the problems in our town, just like Elmwood had.
The environment might have been a bit intimidating, you know, being in that the courtroom and everything. It looked really professional with the huge seal behind them and everything. You had the mayor there. So once I started talking, I was a bit nervous, but then like once you get into it, it was fine. The nerves went away.
I think a big part of in any job in everyday life is public speaking or being able to phrase your ideas. So I feel like to put such a big emphasis on that rather than trying to solidate your idea, try to figure out how to get it out there. I think that's a big concept a lot of students need to realize.
I think we're so lucky in East Brunswick to have such a great program like the IPLE program because that really prepares you with a lot of the public speaking skills that you need in professional settings like this. And I think like a lot of young people these days are becoming more civically minded and civically engaged. So the class is really good if you're looking to become more politically aware.
My main takeaway was just working with my peers and being able to figure out how we could get to a solution that works. I think just learning how to work with everyone, even if you don't agree with them, is very important.
This was an amazing opportunity to work as a team and to communicate with one another. It was also a very amazing chance to meet these people who came and they were our city council for this project. So we met a lot of amazing people and had great opportunities.
And I was glad to be part of this because I got to meet people who do this for a living, and to do it myself with a group of people that I trust was also very fun. And overall, it was an experience where we had disagreements, we talked about it, we presented it, and all that nervousness all came together in the end. So it was fun.
And I realized like how to like probably come to compromise because like all of us had different roles in the project, and we all had to like come together and just build a town. So like it was a bit overwhelming, but like yeah, we were able to do it.
We should be extraordinarily proud of our kids. And the school system that we have here and what we're providing to them, that they can actually, at such a young age, have the ability to get up and make these presentations. It really is eye-opening.
With the removal of these blighting influences, we revitalize Elmwood and create a beautiful and more aesthetically pleasing neighborhood for all people within it to thrive. Not only this, but our plan creates a strong tax basis for the city. With about $2.8 million in tax revenue over the course of its tenure, we create a plan that will allow the city to have a strong financial basis and a strong economy for Elmwood to thrive with.
To be able to get up there in front of the mayor and town council and have these discussions, it just exemplifies what an East Brunswick High School student's all about. We're real proud of them.
I couldn't be more proud. I felt like a proud parent of 38 students today. The kids were wonderful. Their presentations are polished. They're well thought out. And it's just amazing to see them from the beginning of the program and then to see them culminate in a project like this where they're actually defending their proposals is really quite impressive.
These kids are incredible. They're better than a lot of real estate professionals present in zoning boards and planning boards. They're really quite exceptional speakers. I was blown away.
When they get so many compliments about being college ready or being better than professionals that are doing this, you know, that to me as a teacher is what it's all about.
Thank you for joining us for this exciting event, and congratulations to all our high school students who participated.